On September 1, 1985, a joint U.S. French expedition located the wreck of the Titanic at the bottom of the North Atlantic Ocean, 375 miles southeast of Newfoundland. More than 70 years after the tragedy that killed 1,500 passengers, the famous ocean liner was found in two main sections, both of them more than 12,400 feet below the ocean surface. The search for the wreck of the RMS Titanic began in the late 1960s and was first conducted by the American scientist Robert Ballard and Jean-Louis Michel. With the help of an ROV, remotely operated underwater vehicle, and a sensitive echolocator, the crew of Ballard and Michel was able to identify a debris field. Loudon Campbell, the Titanic's chief engineer, had calculated the ship's exact coordinates before it sank, and these coordinates were closely matched by the echoes of the debris. After more investigation, the debris was identified as being from a large passenger liner. Over a period of weeks, a robot camera was used to make closer inspections of the wreck and, ultimately, to film the recognizable shape of the Titanic. It was a great discovery and the first of its kind in history, proving that even a large and powerful ship can be lost under the deep ocean waters. The footage revealed that the ship had split in two and the stern and bow had separated, leaving wreckage scattered on the ocean floor. The bow was relatively intact while the stern had collapsed and was in complete disarray. The wreckage contained numerous artifacts, which, over the following decades, were recovered from the deep and put on display in various locations. The discovery of the Titanic was one of the most momentous moments in naval history and, for decades, the story has continued to captivate the public's imagination. Despite the huge amount of evidence presented about the Titanic, there are still many unanswered questions in regards to its sinking. The wreckage, however, has helped to piece together information that before was only speculation. Photos of the wreck were able to confirm the condition of the hull and the design of the ship, as well as the placement of lifeboats. Through identifying the pieces of the wreck, the locations of the lifeboats were determined, as well as the paths of the currents that pulled them away. Additionally, photos indicated the probability that a certain rivet fault on the ship's hull was a contributing factor to its demise. That rivet fault was later compared to a sample of rivets from another vessel and it was found to be similar in strength. Scientists studying the wreck also confirmed the cause of death for many of the passengers and crew who did not drown. By analyzing the low temperatures and the level of water pressure in the ocean surrounding the ship, it was concluded that the most common cause of death for those aboard the Titanic was hypothermia. While some claim to know the exact cause of the sinking, the mystery surrounding the Titanic continues, as it is still unclear what caused the severe structural damages that led to its breakup. In addition, further research will need to be done in order to understand the complete geologic formation of the seafloor at the site of the wreck. The Russians attempted to explore the wreck in the late 1990s, but their expedition proved unsuccessful. Recent advances in submersible technology have given hope to future underwater explorations, and plans for mapping out the entire wreck have been proposed. More than a century after the Titanic tragedy, further studies of the wreck may help to provide precise details about the famous sinking.